Hey, I'm Faith Goldie and Sheila Gunn-Reid here at an Israeli Defense Force base in the Jordan Valley. And Sheila and I have been meeting with soldiers all day, and we've come to a couple of revelations that we want to share with you. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna get things started. Yeah. First thing that got me was the fact that all of this around us is being patrolled and protected by millennials. I met a 19-year-old officer today, a 21-year-old officer, a 23-year-old lieutenant, most of them females, by the way, a 21-year-old paramedic. All of these folks who, due to mandatory military service, are called to some of the highest vocations that there can be in serving their countries and, of course, their countrymen and women. And I have come on the record before, and I have argued for mandatory military service, and I am not about the government telling me what to do, but I will say this. Right now in the West, there's a complete deficit of direction. There is a deficit of morality. There is a deficit of frankly, common sense that tells you we're not some sort of a colonial, victimhood-oriented society. And what I saw today were young men and women who were so totally given a direction, and it came from within, love of country. And I don't know, for me, the more I think about it, the more I'm sort of into the idea of mandatory military service, and I think it would be a great replacement to a liberal arts degree. Sheila?
We were sitting with the primarily female officers today and some not officers, but as we were asking them questions, about what their experience as women in the military, and the answers we got were actually surprising for us in the West to hear, but not all that surprising because they gave the same answers that you would expect from a boy, that they feel a compulsion to military service, to serve their country, to make a better country, to protect their country. They didn't, I don't think, even understand the questions we were asking about their experience as women. They were just talking about their experience as soldiers. And that's such a flip to the victimhood culture that we experience in the West. Everything in the West is about being a female. Here it was about being a soldier in service to their country.
Yeah, it was rock and roll. Ezra at one point was like, "So what's it like to serve with boys in the same battalion?" And they're like, "We have a country to protect, and I'm too busy patrolling, the hills for terrorists to be thinking about the boys in the barracks next door." This was a hugely enlightening experience for me. It was really refreshing to be in an atmosphere where there wasn't gender and orientation lenses and filters on every bloody point of analysis. It was just love of country and service.
Everybody comes into these barracks here. They sleep in the same places. They wear the same clothes. There is no identity checkbox that everybody has to tick. They all have a job to do here. And I think it's really giving these young people a purpose in life.
Hear, hear. All right. Tell us if you like this video below. Tell us if you think that mandatory military service is something that you could get behind. In the meantime, Faith Goldie and Sheila Gunn-Reid on the ground for the Rebel.media.
To see more of our trip to Israel and the Holy Land, go to rebelisrael.com.